7 to 8 to 10 days to complete. Yeah. So most of the students have completed within this particular days. So that is why we have kept out an average time for each particular course. Whenever you'll be starting the next course, that is your Excel, then also you'll be getting some speculated time. That is a number of days you have to complete your second course. Okay. So, but that doesn't mean that you have to rush. Okay. So everything, take it on smoothly. In a day, at least spend 1 and 1.5 hour. I believe that you can do. No matter who you're working or not working, you can take out some time, because this is not something rocket science we are teaching, something that most people, all of you know, right? It's just a brush up. And also, if I talk about the mathematics part of this particular data science, it's nothing something that you all have not come across. Let me tell you that mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviation, all of you have heard it, no matter you are learning technical or non-technical courses, because these are the topics that you have been, initialized when you were in school, right? In a maths class and all, right? All of you might have recalled it, right? It's just a brush up of those particular topics, and then we'll implement those, how to use that in machine language. Yeah. So let's not go there so far. It'll be coming in a smooth process, but I'm just telling you that just be very comfortable and don't think there is something very ऐसा चीज है कि that you cannot learn. It's not like that. Okay, everyone is welcome to this particular course. And in my tenure, when I was started my journey as a data, science instructor, I started with data science instructor, then I became a lead data science instructor where I am right now. So I basically have seen so many of people who have transformed their journey from non-tech to tech, right? So sales people have got converted to data scientists. This is not what I'm just saying. I have myself taught to those people. So this is not, don't even think that you all don't know anything about maths, or you are very scared of maths or something like that. This is nothing like that. Everything is very storytelling way. You will love how this, I hope everybody loves storytelling. So this is how we have also covered entirely this everything. So don't get confused or nervous. So let's start with a very positive mind. Yes. And today will be most of a brainstorm session where we will be discussing whatever you all have learned so far. So the very first thing that, slowly, I can see all of your faces. I believe all of you are being cautious, yeah, of coming to the camera. Don't be, it's okay. Yeah. So let's get started, guys. So what have you all known about data analytics? Guys, anyone can tell me. Don't use that bookish words. Just tell what you understand normally. Why are we learning this course?
So we have a big pool of data which are unarranged, and data is most important part of any business. So we want to break it down into such a way that it becomes useful for the businesses and other purposes. So that's for that we use data science.
Okay, good point. Anyone who wants to add some more?
Just simply
Cleaning
analyze the
data,
data
then
for future reference.
analyzing it for insights,
Correct.
and then for insights, and then based on the data, making decisions like based on growth and the patterns that that are visible. So that is the
Correct.
job of a data analyst.
Very good. Very good.
I think business want to move quickly and easily through data analyst.
Good. All of you might, whatever you are telling me is completely very aligned to whatever we there in our course as well, and whatever I know about data analytics. You all have given a very thoughtful answers. So let me explain you what is data analytics, like storytelling. Okay, I'll just connect something to you as a real-time scenario. So if you imagine yourself, you have a box of different chocolates, right? In a box, right? All chocolates have different variations. Now to find that particular chocolate which you want, right? That is, you have name some chocolates, guys. You have Munch, you have Perk, you have Dairy Milk, you have whatever, Silk. So I'm okay. Now let's not go so far, otherwise I'll be tempted now. But anyways, yeah. So that is the thing. So we have a large set of box having a lot of chocolates inside it, and you want only the, let's say, Perk one. Okay, the Perk chocolate you want. Now, when you do this, So what do you have to do to get the perk chocolate from that whole box of chocolates? You need to first sort through the box. So what you can do, you can just, if the perk chocolate is them down of the box, you cannot see that perk chocolate just above the box. Then what will you do? You first have to pull out all the chocolates, right, from the
Yes.
box. Then you
Yeah.
might, if some chocolates are similar, let's say there are two Milky Bar, there are two Dairy Milk, then you'll be clubbing them together. Yeah. And maybe you count how many of each of these chocolates you have in this whole thing box. Then this process of sorting or grouping or counting this particular number of chocolates is what data analytics does. Yeah. So here, in case of counting, grouping, on sorting the different kinds of chocolates, what we data analytics do, we try to play with all this process with the help of numbers, words, and other types of information. Yes. So think that large box of chocolates as your data set. Yeah. All the data sets are mingled up here and there. So whatever answer you want to get it, then what you have to do, you have to follow different process, right, to get the answer. So being a data analyst, your main job is to what? From a raw data, you have to find some meaningful information. So that meaningful information is hidden somewhere inside that particular data set. But to get it out, first, what you have to do, you have to pull all the data, right? And see that meaningful information where it lies. If it is lying somewhere like a group, then what you have to do? You have to make all the, separate all the data in different groups and keep that group with you where that particular data is belonging to. Are you trying to connect now? What does a data analytics do? And this is what a data sciences also do. So there is one just small difference which I can mention between a data scientist and a data analyst. So data analyst does every job of data scientist, right? But data scientist has one thing which data analyst might not do, that is kind of making and developing some algorithms. This algorithms comes under your machine language. Yes, you using NLP, which is natural language processing, or deep learning, or different kinds of large words, which you'll be getting in a later part of your course. But that's where. And what is an algorithm? It is nothing but it's just a set of instructions. Basically, what machine learning do? The word machine learning, you have heard it so many times. Basically, what is it? It's nothing but actually we are trying to train the machine just to behave like us, right? So if we are not there, if we cannot find something, so that machine have to do that what we cannot do. That's why we are trying to learn this machine learning. And what I'm mentioning the word algorithm. This algorithm is nothing but those set of instructions that we give to one person to another. Let's say I'm giving to you some instruction that, guys, please open your camera. This is an instruction I've given to you, right? So you have done it. So this kind of instructions, we try to give it to the machine so that he can understand what we are trying to say. He will learn our language and then he'll try to interpret whatever we are trying to say. That is called machine learning. Okay? Understood? Now
Yes.
everybody's clear what is data analytics, what does we do, what do we do, and
Actually,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
NLP, machine learning, and deep learning.
correct. Machine learning, deep learning, NLP, all this combines into a big form of artificial intelligence, which is a later part of it. Yeah?
According to my knowledge, these three make a algorithm.
Correct. So you can make chatbots also, you can make different kinds of applications also, you can make different kinds of processes also. So whatever you want to do, you just have to train the model in that way. Yeah. So that is how it is so much flexible. Okay. Now, okay, so I have got to know what is data analytics. You all also have told me. So tell me some real-time example where you find data analytics is very much in process.
Social media
In
side.
retail domain,
In?
where
Mhm.
e-commerce companies tries to sort out, okay, what sort of demand comes at what time, and what is the demand of a particular item, and those, the way they want to increase their sale through
Correct.
this.
Hmm.
Also, Zomato app,
Correct.
Uber, like
Social
Ma'am,
media like YouTube, Instagram, based on our data, like what we watch frequently, the algorithm sorts the type of content we watch and they push it through the algorithm using data.
Ranking domain also it is used, as you said, the instruction of the manipulating, processing, and cleaning the data set.
Ma'am, sometime news channel also do like exit poll during the election. The
Correct.
exit poll also use data and collect some data, example or little bit of data, and after that they analyze. And exit poll says that like some party is winning or some party is not winning. So that is also use of data
Correct.
analytics.
Ma'am, in a cricket match, while they
Cricket match
show
scorecard.
different types of graphs and charts to analyze the games.
Correct. Right. So you all are saying very broad ways of using data analytics, which is completely true. I agree. But let me tell you, since the time you wake up from your bed, you open your eyes till you sleep, everything is data. Yeah. If I say that when you first wake up, what is the first thing you do? What is the first thing we do? It's not only you, I also do the same. What is it?
Turn off alarm.
Looking at the
Watch
phone,
the
right?
clock. Watch the
Watch the
clock.
clock,
Yes.
stop the clock, or else first see what are the different notifications we have got from our friends on WhatsApp or Instagram or something like that. All these are what? Data, right? Immediately you see one of your friends is sending some kind of emojis or something, you send it back to them, right? So that emoji is also data that you're sending to that particular person, right? Whenever, then again, when it is cold, now the winter will be coming soon, what will you do? So you will wake up, you'll switch on the geyser and you'll try to take a shower because it's cold. You'll have to do it in hot. So when you turn on the geyser, the readings that come up, how many units of the geyser have been consumed, all these are data, right?
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
when you have your breakfast, what you do, if somebody has a toaster, you can toast it. Again, you have to put on the electric on. Or somebody is making coffee, again, right? Again, how much calorie that the coffee is you are consuming, that is also data. Everything, every stupid little thing is a data, right? So again, when you book a cab from Uber, you're going, or Rapido, you're going from one place to another, that's a data. That is you are becoming the customer there, right? So it will put the entire journey of yours as the data. That is the name, your name, then your, where you have your job coming from and where you're going to. And again, what is the price that you have given for that particular thing. That entire details of your journey is a data, right? So
Yes.
imagine that if you are booking a particular cab or an auto, something like that, then how many people at one point of time, in the same time, might have booked across the whole world. So you can imagine that how many lakhs, trillions, or millions, I'm just saying in a very little word, but it's lakhs and lakhs of trillions of data that consumes in a particular, generates in a particular day. So all this data, we need someone who can analyze all this data, right? So that cannot be possible for all the people to do so, because to analyze this data, we have different tools, right? And to get some insights from it. That's where the play of this data analytics comes into place, right? Where in whatever job you're doing. So every job where you go, you have joined a particular new job. Is that job a job, or is that a business that you are joining? That's a business, right? For the person who has own that particular company, that's a business for them, right? You are a part of that business. So obviously when the senior management will ask you that how my business is running, are we running in profits, are we running at loss, then who will be the responsible person for this? You, of course. You'll be seeing the data, you'll be providing some insights from the data, that yes, you'll be comparing that at this point of time our sales figure was coming so good, but at this particular quarter of the year it is coming down. How you have come to know this? By analyzing the data and you're comparing the data, right? And that's what you have to show to your management. So data analyst, data scientist are the four more important parts of any organization where you go. Yes, so you are going to be that particular person where in each company, whenever you go, you'll be the most important person, because the whole business will be relying on your insights, on your analysis. And based on that only, they'll be making the decisions. So you have to be very skeptical of all the tools that you'll be learning from now. Okay? Fine. Understood the importance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, so I believe that whosoever has already learned about some of the modules, whoever has not started, it's for all of you. So we'll be having a brainstorming session, right? So first of all, let's come to the very first module, which is What are the different data we have, guys? Types of data we have. Whoever has learned the first.
Attitudinal data, and behavioral data and demographic data. That's some type of data which may be structural
Data sources,
and
I guess.
unsaturated.
Ma'am, I think there
Single
is
line
a
data sources or file sources.
numeric data, the form, the data in text, in numeric, and complex. So many kind of the data here.
Correct. So here
Structure.
we are basically talking about the data analytics course.
Tables
Related.
also there, and some
Structured and
tables.
unstructured. Data is two types: structured
Mm-hmm.
and unstructured.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any explanation on structured and unstructured data? How does it differ, both of them?
Structured data is organized data, unstructured data, unorganized data. They don't typically have a source, particular source from where we can gather information. It will be
Hmm.
scattered and not in
Hmm.
a particular order or manner, not a particular type of data, not a video data. It might be video, it might be a image data, many
Hmm.
different kinds of data.
Hmm.
On the other hand, structured data have a particular string number format is there.
Hmm.
Uh, they are they are mostly used in uh, organization. Unstructured are not typically used.
Hmm.
So that's how it's different.
So
Then
basically, if somebody asks you,
structured data can be
structure.
displayed in rows, column, and relational database, and unstructured database cannot be show rows, tables, columns like images, videos, text.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
this is unstructured data, and
Correct.
numbers, dates. It is structured.
Correct. Correct. All of you correct.
Ma'am, I think
Okay.
in unstructured data, there have
Hmm.
like missing values, some values, and some another like the data is not clean. And
Hmm.
when we clean the data, then I think that is a structured data.
So structured means what? It is organized. First and foremost thing that
Yes, yes.
data we can see it through our own eyes. That
Mhm.
whatever numbers are there, whatever numbers are running or we are having inside it, we can see the own eyes. And it is structured. Why we call it structured? Because in normal analytics way, structured data means anything that is presented in the form of a table in a row and column manner. Because that column heading will identify that what kind of data we have inside that entire column, right? That's why the headings are given. And rows are something that is that what are the different types of data we have inside that particular column, right? Number of data we have. So this is structured, where it is well organized. Unstructured is something that we cannot see with our own eyes. Let's say you are playing a particular song or playing a particular video. Obviously, you know that the size of that particular file, how much it is. By just clicking or right clicking and checking out the properties, you'll get to see what is the size of the song, what is the size of the video. But you cannot see that particular overall thing, that how many, you can see how many milliseconds it has been played. Yeah, what is the frequency? It will go up and down like this. Somewhere the song will go less and up, again it will go high like that. But this entire process you cannot see with your own eyes, right? In the form of numbers like that. You can just see the frequency like that, right? So that is called an unstructured data. Image is something that we see it in pixels. Pixels, we know that by right clicking on the particular image, I'll get to know that how many pixels it is. But what is the pixels constitute of? How it has been come to know that it is this number of pixels. I don't know the overall thing, right? So that is unstructured. That is, we don't know the overall, you know, hit and trial or the, from scratch, what is the data is all about. You just know the output. That's it. So that's why we call it as an unstructured data. Now, we have also come to know about something called as attitudinal data, behavioral data, and demographic data. So what you all understand by all this tree? What is the difference between the three?
So when somebody says it's a demographic, so
Mm-hmm.
basically they mean like what is the age group of the people of, who are using from whom it has been gathered,
Mm-hmm.
and then behavioral it depends upon user to user how
Mm-hmm.
they are using.
Mm-hmm. And attitudinal?
Attitudinal
Not
means
sure.
customer, it depends on customer feedbacks, data, and behavior means that depends upon how the customer give the sales and transactions from their sales,
Like
item
data
brought
price,
and method payment.
delivery time.
Okay,
That's
good.
all.
Hmm. So attitudinal data is something where we collect the data from, right? So based on the customer preferences, are they satisfied or not satisfied? Good, likely, or not good, or worst, whatever people market as. So all these different surveys, and Neha has exactly said that. I believe on the chat box, I've seen some of your answers, right? Survey, correct. So survey, or we can say it as questionnaires or different kinds of forms that we put it on the platform, some on websites, some after using your let's say you have gone to a particular restaurant and you need to send your feedback. So basically the feedback or the customer satisfaction levels are judged with the help of this attitudinal data. So behavior data is what is the course of action that the customers take after they are satisfied or not satisfied. Of course, if they're not satisfied, they'll not come to the store again, or they will not purchase any particular product, right? But if they're satisfied, obviously they'll purchase a particular product from the store or the particular restaurant, right? So basically, what is the course of action after that? If they're liking it, they'll purchase it, yes, or they will rate it high, right? If they're not liking it, they'll not be interested even to buy or to rate it, right? This is called the behavioral data. Demographic data is something which is related to the personal details of the items. So if we items means in case of anything, now let's talk about people. So all the different personal details of the people, their age, their salary, their gender, their name, of course, the region where they belong to, right? So many people get confused with demographic and geographical data. Geographical is particularly based on the location where you're from. Yes, that is, it can include your state, your country, your city, your region, everything. Your whole territory becomes your geographical data. But demographic is something related to your personal details. Yeah. So just
Characteristics.
correct. Very good. Don't get confused with geographic and demographic. Those two are things are a bit different from each other. Okay. But of course, demographic data can have geographical data. Okay. But that is not entirely called a geographical data. Geography is something that is completely based on your location, on your locality. Yeah. Where do you come from? What you, all these things. Okay. What are the different data sources we have? There are two types of data.
Databases,
Yeah.
database, then like survey reports.
Have you all heard about file source and machine source?
Yeah, there are two types of data, machine data and file data.
Machine data source and file data source. These are the two types of data sources. That is from where the data originates from, right? So obviously the data is not something that comes from the sky, right? It originates from somewhere. So where does it originate from?
Can you explain again geographical data?
Geographical data is something that is based on geography, right? That is, if I talk about you, where you live, the city, the state, the country, the area, the overall territory. So that becomes a geographical data. That will not consist any of your personal details, only based on a location. That is called a geography. Yeah. Now, demographic is something that is based on a personal details. It can also include geographical data, but geographical data is only geographic. It doesn't have to do anything with your personal details. But demographic data is having all your personal details, and your personal details can also include something like which country you belong to, which city you belong to. That can also be a demographic data, right? So this is what I was trying to say. Now, file data source and machine data source. What do you understand by the two, guys? If someone has gone through this particular concepts, it's in first module.
File data means we can receive from the text, and the store data is from where we receive from the computer and from machine.
Correct. File data source means something that's data that has already been stored somewhere in a particular file, right? From before only. Like say Excel file or CSV file or Word file. These are some files where you store the data and you keep it somewhere, right? Inside your system, wherever you want to. And whenever you want to, you can get it right away by opening the file. But when we talk about the machine data source, that is not something that is saved somewhere, okay? That is something that is real-time basis the data is getting involved. That is, if you wear a fast track, like a smart watch or a fitness band. So what you get to see. So you can know the number of steps that you have taken with the fitness band, but from where? It is not collected from yesterday's number of steps, right? Today, how many steps you have done, you'll be counting from that time only. Till the time you wear your fitness band, you turn on the fitness band. Since that time, it will be counting the number of steps you have taken. Yes or no, guys? So that is real time, right? That is, it is happening now. And in this particular real time, the data is being generated right away. It's not stored somewhere. It is happening right away. That is called a machine data source. That is, the machine is providing and generating the data on its own at this particular moment. Understood? Like say temperature. Yes, we have barometers. What is the temperature of a particular city? We get to see it in Google, right? But where does this temperature come from? It's from the barometer. That is an instrument that is used to measure the temperature. So that is what? Basically, again, a real-time update. So it is not saying you 32 degrees Celsius from yesterday's. It is saying right now what is happening, right? So it is collecting the real-time data. It is not stored anywhere, but whatever is happening real-time, it is collecting the data based on that. That is called a machine data source. Understood the difference now? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Second module. Have you all gone through the second module? Anyone? No issues. Is my voice visible, all of you? Some people are saying my voice is
Yes.
cracking.
You're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Audible, ma'am.
You can agree.
Okay, so the next module is all about what
Business
you.
analytics. I
Correct.
think second module.
Okay, yeah, correct. So what we basically do here, we try to understand that if we have a particular business problem in front of us, how can we bifurcate them, or how can we, break down it into different steps. Okay, so like for example, it's been taught in the second module that let's take a small example. Okay, what's the time right now? To 8:30, right? 8:40. Okay, so I'll be giving a break at 9. Okay, that's what I generally do. So you also cannot hear me 2 hours continuously. I also cannot speak 2 hours continuously. I was just checking the time so that you all can take a break. Yes. So I was talking about the methods. So basically, if I just talk normally, I'm not talking about the module 2 what we have, but normally, whenever we use being a data analyst or data scientist, our first very objective is what? To get the right data. We have a lots of data in front of us, but what data we want to investigate or we want to what? Analyze. That data we have to choose correctly, that whether that data have all the parameters that we want to analyze or not. That is the first step, choosing the right data. All right. Secondly, what is the second thing? After we get the data, not necessary that every time when we get the data, it is cleaned. It might not be cleaned, right? We have to clean the data on our own. So that is the second step you always have to think about. So that cleaning of data might include many things. It can be a way to remove some, repeated or duplicate entries that you have inside the data. It can also, you have to deal with some missing data. If you have some missing data, how can you fill those missing values, right? So not necessary that those missing values should be completely deleted from your data. No, because might be one part of the data is missing, but other part of the data is still there, right? That cannot be used to remove that particular data from the data set. We can have to deal with how to fill that particular missing value, right? Next thing, outliers. Outliers is something what? let's say I have a range of values with me, right, in my data set, having, let's say, from numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Suddenly, I have seen a number after 50, that is 5,000. Again, after 5,000, I have 80, 90, 100. So that 5,000 is what? That is called an outlier, which is something extra data or out of the box data I have within the range of data that I already have. So I have to deal with that outlier, what I should do with that. So that decision-making process should be us being a data analyst or data scientist. Don't worry, those decision-making process, what you have to do with this kind of data, you'll be learning when you go to the second course onwards, okay? But I'm just trying to see what are the different steps you have to keep in mind, right? So these are the different data transformation or data cleaning process you do. After data cleaning, what is the third thing? To analyze the data, because now the data is ready to be cooked. Yeah, like ready to cook that you eat, right? Meal. So that is the ready to be served. Now in this particular phase, what you generally do, you try to use all the different methodologies or techniques to get the insights. You might use charts to show your data analysis. You might use pivot tables or other kinds of techniques, right? Different tools have different ways of analyzing. You will be learning soon about that. So all these different things. And next comes your last thing. That is what? After you have done all the analytics, how you want to put those analytics. Yes. Nowadays, you know that the numbers are so big and so huge. They have 6-figure number, 8-figure number, 10-figure number. So if you present all these numbers in front of your senior management, let's say, they want to know that what are the different insights you have found out from the data. So you'll be seeing all this particular information in the form of numbers and text. The management might take some time to deal with those particular information that you have come across. Why? Because the number is too huge. No matter it's a senior management or it's you, every human being has a particular capacity of understanding the data. If the numbers are so huge, it is very, very hard for any one of us to deal with that or to get insights out of it, right? So in that case, what we do nowadays, that's why we are making you learn about some data visualization tools like Tableau, Power BI and all. Why this has come in place? Because as the data is so huge, we cannot just show them just like a raw number. We can present them in a form of a much meaningful information with the help of different reports and dashboards that we generally do with the help of this data visualization tools, right? So that's what we do. Now, why this data visualization tools have come in the market so fast and why it's growing so rapidly in the market? So let me tell you a very simple example. If say that I'm eating a chocolate, yeah, I'm telling you I'm eating a chocolate, then what is the first thing that will come to your mind? The word chocolate or the image of a chocolate?
Image, ma'am.
Image.
Image of a chocolate, right? Why? Why the image of the chocolate is coming first to your mind? Why not the whole word? Because we as human,
It's easy to
Because
visualize.
we visualize
yeah,
only.
correct, right? So whenever we have such a big number, so can you imagine that? Can we visualize that number in our brain like that? Just like a,
Because, ma'am,
just
our mind is more comfortable with visualization than
correct.
yes,
So what we
words.
see, we attain it faster. What we just read and write, that we try to make some time to understand, right? That is why these visualization tools have come in the market and it's a boom right now. So obviously you'll be learning that in your course as well. Yeah. So this is something that I wanted to tell you how the steps of a data analyst or data scientist should be from the time they have seen the data, collecting the data and doing all the different process. Now that is what we normally do. But in module 2, what we're talking about is about how to break a particular process into simple parts, right? So anyone who has gone through module 2, all the different processes that I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, anyone who can just tell me, just normally, whatever you all have understood till now. Other people who have not gone through that particular module, they can also understand. Don't be shy. It's very okay. Yeah, we all are learning here. So it's a brainstorming session. So everyone can give your own inputs, whatever you have come through. Yeah. Anyone, guys, Aisha or anyone who have studied?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Like in the
please go.
second module, exactly first thing we learned is like breaking down the problem. We need to break down the problem into smallest, like atomic, we can say atomic part of it,
Mm-hmm.
then we need to try to describe every single step of it.
Correct.
And then the next step is identifying it and formulating searches on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like how close can we get to the described output, and which elements support the problem.
Mm.
Like we can
Correct.
think, like how can we solve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing is come that how can we formulate effective search.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that we can improve our search skills and plan according to it.
Correct.
Then we can make documentations,
Mm-hmm.
like necessary documentation of an analytic tool that we are going to use, description of all the tools that are necessary,
Mm-hmm.
and then debugging the sample data.
Correct. Correct. So all these are the different things and different ways of breaking down a particular problem, right? Then why do we need to document it? Anyone can tell me why do we need to document things nowadays? Whatever we have done or whatever solution that we have provided by breaking down into different parts. At the end of the day, why you need to document it? Let me give you a particular, kind of a for stakeholders, Nitesh Soni. Yes, correct, Nitesh. So for stakeholders, so anybody who is, involved in the particular business or a particular task that you're doing, right, for a particular business, those people are known as stakeholders. And obviously, whatever you're doing to solve that particular problem, you can tell them also that how you have done it, so that later on, when this kind of problem comes, then they can also use the same techniques to do that thing, right? They don't again have to search it and do it on their own again and again, but they can have a proper documentation of how to do it. So this documentation is just like a maths. When you have studied maths textbooks in your school level, you've come to know, right? So you have a particular definition of the particular, formula. Then you can see how the formula is written. All these are what? Documents, right? Books are what? Documents. So they have been readied and kept it so that batch by batch, when different people come to that particular textbook reading, they can see that how to solve that particular problem. They don't have to again wait until the next documentation is being prepared. So a book is kept with a particular set of formulas and functions, where it is used, how it can be used, right? So all these are document. That's why this documentation is important, so that this task might not be automatic or repeated each and every time. It can save your time and effort, right? So to make you understand about these three particular steps that is mentioned in your second module, let me take a business problem. So imagine that your company, let's say you are a particular working in a sales company, let's say, and your sales company is significantly, it's showing that its online sales is declining. Yeah, your business, the company that you're working, have both its offline sales and online sales also. Yeah, its offline sales is working good, but when it comes to your online sales, it is lagging. It is not doing that much sales that is required, let's say, for the past 3 months of the year. Okay, now how to break down this particular problem? So first of all, what will I do to break it down? First, I will see what the market trend, how the market trend is running online. Yes or no? Are we like at the level of market trend that is going on, or are we not following the trend that is being followed by other businesses? We'll first try to look at it. Secondly, what we'll try to look at it is the customer feedback. How the customers are giving the feedback. Those feedbacks are very important for us. So wherever we are lagging, they will be sharing the feedback to us. So we'll be taking this care seriously. Thirdly, we will also be looking at the sales funnel. Yes, that means we will be checking where the sales is dropping, like because of n number of issues, like say the website might be hanging at that point of time, or the website is showing some glitch when people are trying to purchase something. The website was not showing that particular page. Yeah, again, the particular items that the people are searching online, they are not getting the particular products from a website. Maybe our company was not having that inventory, right? So, or else, what are the other things might be? Um, let's say one particular product in your website is being repeated many times. People want to see some variations of that particular product which you don't have. You have the same product that you're showing it to the people n number of times. So they think that no, this is not the right website where I can see some variations of it. Let me move to another website. So this is the lag that you'll be getting to know by breaking down this particular problem. So your sales is falling down. So the first step is what? Breaking down. So you have broken down this particular problem into three parts. Just now what I've said. One is the sales funnel that I've just mentioned. One is the customer feedback, and one is the market trend. Are we going alongside with the market trend or not? Or are we lagging behind with some of its techniques? Right? We're trying to see that. Next comes your formulating search. Formulating search means what? You'll be asking some questions based on whatever you have understood the problem. That is, might be at what point of time of the year, or at one point, what are the different months of the year where the sales is showing the biggest drop or the decline, right? Again, I can ask some research questions that are the particular products or categories. Which are the particular products or categories where the sales is dropping most? Let's say you are an e-commerce company and you have different kinds of inventory in front of you. And let's say that in the, electronic section, your, sales is dropping. Yeah. So you'll be coming to understand that which is the category of my products where the, sales is dropping, which is the particular category. Within the category, what are the different products where the sales is lagging? So this is what we are trying to research, right? We have got to know what are the different breaking points, and now it's time for us to research. Thus comes the second point, researching. So researching can be done with the n number of questions that you ask to yourself or ask to the data. Might be one of them can also be that the current prices with the competitors are not matching. Might be Amazon at the same price is selling you at 149, and you, let's say you're working on Flipkart, you're selling that particular product at 200 or let's say 250. Then obviously why people will buy from your website, right? They will obviously see the lowest price, same product with the lowest price, they'll go for that. So you will also have to see whether you are making the right competitive price or not. Yeah, these are the different things. Again, the data collection. So now we can get what kind of data, customer reviews, yes, then the sales reports, and also the competitor analysis. So now we have to gather the data based on that. We have researched what are the different questions that are there in our mind because of which the sales is dropping. That is called the research part. We have broken down the problem into 4 different parts, right? Now it's time for us for data collection. So how the data can be collected? It can be collected by many cases like customer reviews. One of them is that. One is the different sales reports that our organization keeps at a track. Our quarterly sales or monthly sales or yearly sales that they keep a track of it, right? Another is what? Obviously, we'll also be looking at the competitor analysis. So if I'm working in Flipkart, I'll also be trying to see the data, how the same categories of data are sold in other competition websites, right? Are they going with the same flow or not? So these are the things we are going to collect the data from. Now comes the debugging. Debugging means what? Debugging is nothing but we are trying to find out the root cause. Yeah. So first is we have to understand the root cause. So what we do, we try to analyze the collected data. We have collected the data from different things as we have just mentioned, right? And we try to identify the different anomalies. Anomalies means what? The different errors or the different points where the data is not at our own pace. Data is lagging behind, right? Those are those anomalies. Now, for instance, let's say in our website, wherever we are working, it shows a high number of cart abandonments. Let's say our cart is not having all the products that people are looking for. First, we'll try to look at which are the products that people often look for in our website. And we see that those particular products are not having sufficient number of inventory in our products, right? So then we further investigate what is the checkout process. Yeah, that might be a complicated steps. That is, we don't have that particular option payment options. Like say most people nowadays depend on online Google Pay or Paytm. Some people also depend on cash on delivery, right? So if you don't have both of them, we have some other ways of, like say, bank to bank transfer. Obviously most people will not have it, this kind of things, right? They might not be comfortable with all this. So that can be one of this. Or might say the shipping cost. Let's say somebody has ordered something from your website, and then what happens that you are also indulging some amount of shipping cost as well, where other websites, your competitor websites, are doing it free of cost delivery, but you are charging delivery charges. That can also be a reason. Yes or no? And number of reasons. So all these are known as debugging. Debugging is what? Finding the root cause out of it. What is the, among all these particular things, what are the basic root causes? After that, what we do, we try to what? Test the solutions. So we try to make some small changes, like we try to simplify the checkout process. That is, we try to add the cash on delivery and the Google Pay option in our payment process, yeah, where people wants it. Then also we'll try to adjust the prices based on the competition. We'll see that how the competition is giving us the price. Might be if Amazon is my competition, is selling a particular product at 120 and I'm selling the product at 115. Obviously, people will come to me and buy the product, because in this case, Amazon, which is my competitor, is selling higher than me, right? These are the small steps we can make now to make our competition better or make our sales better, right? Last comes to documentation. Now, documentation is nothing but what are the findings you have got, you try to record it. That means we try to document the research process. That is, what are the different questions we have gathered, what are the different analysis we have done, we try to document it, right? And also we try to write down the steps that we have taken to in the debugging process, right? That is, we what are the steps we have taken to resolve the issues of our root causes. We first found the root causes, then we have taken some smaller measures to resolve those root causes. That is the documentation part, right? So that means what are the actionable things that we have done after finding the root causes, that is called the documentation. So this is the overall thing that you have to understand when you're going through your second module. Understand you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Good. Now comes your third module, but before we go to the third module, which is your CRISP DM, which is the most important aspect of this entire module or the course, which is CRISP DM. Now, this is something that you have to understand all the 6 pillars of it. Now, to understand the 6 pillars, I'll give you an example where you can easily understand this. But before that, as we mentioned, that we take a break at 9 p.m. So let's take a break. Yes? 5 minutes
Yes,
or 10 minutes, guys?
you
10 minutes,
decided.
ma'am.
Sorry? I'll not decide. You can decide. It's okay. Okay,
10
10
minutes,
minutes.
ma'am.
Okay.
Only
Okay.
5 minutes, ma'am.
Okay. Some are saying 5, some are
I
saying
think
10.
5 minutes is enough.
Okay, okay. 5 minutes. Fine. So we'll sharp meet at 9:05. Okay, guys?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So take a break. Yeah. Okay, so all are back, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We are back.
Okay, so all are back. Or I couldn't hear at that time. Back, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. So let us quickly come to the third module of your course. So I'm just brushing up all the 3 modules so that whoever has done it, it's okay. Whoever not done it, at least you're getting a glimpse of it, right? So let's do it quickly. And today is the first introductory session. I'll not take entirely 2 hours of yours. So because today is just a brainstorming session we are doing. So from the next session onwards, you'll be completely based on all the live case studies, okay? Fine. So let's talk about crisp DM. So anybody who has come across this crisp DM part, have you all gone through? Anyone? Third module.
Yes, ma'am.
What have you understood by crisp DM?
It stands for Cross Industry Standard Process for Data Mining. Like it is a cyclical process that provides a structured approach to planning, organizing, and implementing a data mining project.
Okay.
And it has 6 phases like business understanding, data understanding, data preparation, modeling, evaluation, and deployment.
Correct. So as rightly said by Aisha, this is CRISP DN, which stands for Cross Industry Standard Process for Data Mining. Okay. So basically, this is a framework. What is a framework? Where we have different, steps available or different steps involved to solve a particular process. Yeah. And those steps will remain same no matter what type of problem you're dealing with. Yeah, that is called a framework. Now, in this particular CRISP DN framework, it is basically used how to we can tackle data related projects. Yeah, anything that is on data related, those kind of problems we try to solve it with the help of this framework. Okay. So why we firstly, why do we use this particular CRISP DM? Firstly, it is a structured approach. Yes. So here we don't have to, it's a structured and well organized approach. That is step-by-step approach we have, right? And firstly, it goes to the very details of each and everything, and then finally it gives the output. Okay. Now in this CRISP DM, so we basically have, let me make you understand with the help of a real-time example. Again, here I'm taking an example of, let's say, an online retail store. You can take any of the online retail store. Basically, when we have CRISP DM methodology, we have 6 basic steps. One is called business understanding, the first step. Second is called the data understanding. Third is called the data preparation. Fourth is called the data modeling. Fifth is called the evaluation. And sixth is called the deployment. Okay? So, business understanding means what? That means you first need to understand the problem. That is called the business understanding. Any particular business will be using the CRISP DM will obviously have a particular business problem. That's why they'll try to analyze, right? So first we have to understand the business problem. This is called your business understanding part. Okay. That is what is the business question or what is the problem they're dealing with. So example, let's say you are working in any particular online store, retail company, let's say Flipkart or Amazon, and your senior, let's say he wants to reduce the number of customers, yes, who has stopped buying from your company. That means in short, he wants to gain more customers who will buy from your company, right? Now the business problem might be that why many customers are leaving our website, why they are not coming here, yeah, and how can we prevent this particular problem? That is called the business understanding. That is, we are trying to understand the loophole where it is going in our business, and we are trying to figure it out what we can do. That is called the business understanding. Understood the problem and the business understanding part, all of you? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Secondly, the data understanding now. After business understanding, the next part is the data understanding. Now, in this case, what we have to do, the main thing is collecting the data, right? So you need to gather the data and basically discover that which is the data that you have to deal with. In that particular data, are all the parameters there or not, right? For example, you collect the data of all the customer purchase, whatever the customers have been purchased and how many customers have purchased which kind of items. You have that particular data with you, right? Their behavior, their customer service, how it has went, yes, the interactions with the customers, and also the customers demographics. So in this whole amount of data, you notice that customers who haven't made a purchase are at the higher risk of leaving. That means the customers who has not purchased any particular product since a long time, who has not visited your particular platform, they are the main targets, who are the most people who are not coming to your, and they are the most people who have left your particular domain. That is, those are the customers you are losing, those who have not come from a longer time to your website to buy anything, right? So that is the data understanding part, that we have collected the data, right? And in that particular data, we noticed that the people who have not purchased any of your products since a long time, earlier they used to purchase products, but now they have stopped purchasing products from your website. Those are the customers where actually we need to focus on. Okay. Now comes your data preparation, which is the third step of crisp DM. What is data preparation? So this is nothing but data cleaning. So this involves the data, how to clean the data. If any kind of, outliers are there, blank values are there, or duplicate values are there, we try to first sort it out, yes, so that the data is ready to be used. Yeah. For example, you want to remove all the duplicate records. You want to fill all the missing information. You want to add some new columns that will be very feasible for you to analyze more. So you're adding some new columns to it. Yeah. So this is called the data preparation part. Fourth part is the modeling part. Modeling means nothing that how you will be using different models or statistical algorithms. Algorithms or models. So which particular algorithm you have to choose, or which particular model you have to choose to, get your business question. I mean, to answer that particular business question, which is the perfect model or which is the perfect algorithm you have to use. Yeah. So let's say you build a predictive model. Okay. What does a predictive model do, guys? From the name itself, we can understand what does a predictive model will do.
Ma'am, predict the score like accuracy.
Correct. So this particular model will identify, right? So which are the customers are most likely to leave your particular website. Yeah. Seeing their purchase history, like this customers who have not visited so far, when they have last purchased, they will see the purchase history of this particular customers. Also, they will see the browsing patterns of all the customers. Basically, the customers who come to your website, what are they mostly likeful about your website, right? And also the customer service interactions, like any customer who has a particular complaint against any of your particular product that they have purchased, are they getting right customer satisfaction or not? Customer service satisfaction, like they're getting the problem resolved instantly, or it's taking much time, or the complaint has not get resolved. All these are the different things, right? So the predictive model will do that. Is predictive model is what? Looking at your past history, they will come to present your future, then what is the future will be, right? Looking at your past history records, how it was doing. Have you purchased something earlier, right? Why haven't you purchased now? Are you purchasing something else? Are you looking at some other products? So everything will be counted at this point of time. Now comes the evaluation, which is the fifth part of your crisp DM. Evaluation means what? Now it's time to check which particular model or algorithm you have chosen, yes, to model it. Now you will try to test it whether that particular model is good enough to answer my business question or not. That means that particular model or the algorithm is working well or not. Yes, does it giving me the perfectly the answer that I'm looking for? If not, then what is the other model, or do I need to customize this, or adjust this particular model that I have chosen? right? So example, let's say your test model that you have chosen, that one portion of the data is correctly identifying all the customers who have left, yes, and those who have stayed. So obviously there will be a set of customers who have already purchasing your products, but who are also leaving your products. There are two groups of customers, right? Now if the model performs well, right, and if it has trying to identify the number of customers who have left and the number of customers who are still there, then that means this is the right model and the model is working properly. This is the evaluation part. That is, after choosing the right model or the right algorithm in the modeling part, now the evaluation part means what? To check whether the model is working right or wrong. If you're working right, then no issues. If not, then we have to what? Adjust the model or the instructions of the algorithm, right, in that way, or we can choose any other algorithm based on that. Last but not the least, we have the deployment. Deployment is nothing that finally I'm putting that particular model into execution or into action. So basically, first we try to test whether the model is working or not in the evaluation part. After it's successfully implemented, then we try to particular business firm. Okay, so that means I implement that particular model in my company, yeah, customer relationship management system. So now what will happen? Now the risk of people leaving my website and going to other website will be less, because I found out that particular model that will help me out to churn the data. That is, less of people who have left and more of people who will come and purchase again. Yes. So this is the whole thing of CRISP DM, starting from business understanding, data preparation, modeling, evaluation, and deployment. So these are the 6 steps you have to know. And I have just cleared it out with a simple example. So in this way, you have to, whenever you get any business problem, you have to bifurcate that business problem into these 6 different parts. Okay. And it's a cyclical process. Why it is called a cyclical process? Let's say at one particular process, let's say your business problem is fine, your data understanding is fine, your data preparation is fine. Okay. But one thing that is losing is what? Let's say in the modeling part, you have chosen the wrong model. Yeah, that's why the model is not working. Then again, what you can do, you can recycle it. That is, again, you can perform the step 4 again and then go to step 5 and step 6. Yeah, so you can rework on step 4 again. This is why we can say that it's a cyclical process. If one particular step of the CRISP game is not working, you can work it again, rework again, and again go to the next steps again after that. Okay, so it repeats time to time as a cycle. So this is the whole concept of CRISP DM. I hope everybody understood it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, model means like a decision tree, logistic regression. That is called model, right?
Correct. All the
If,
different models and algorithms.
if like I'm using a
In the model,
logistic
selecting training a
regression.
machine learning model.
Ma'am,
Sorry?
like if I'm using a logistic regression and what I need that is not coming out, then I have to use like something so
You
like
can change the model.
decision tree,
Yes.
change the model,
Decision
like
tree, yes, you can use clustering algorithm to cluster it.
clustering. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
based on the, you can group all the different customers into its different aspects. Then you can understand that which particular group of customers are the most targeted ones, where we need
Yes,
to gain them back, right? Seeing their history levels and all different kinds of
ma'am. And one more question I have, like
Hmm.
if I have chosen the test data, I'm like that if I'm not like getting some insights from the
Hmm.
what
Hmm.
data I have chosen,
Hmm.
so I need to change the test data, right?
Yes, you can change the test data. So basically, again, let's say in the model part, you found out that the model is correct, but the output that you're getting is not what you wanted, right? Because the data is not right. You think in that particular level. That's why it is called cyclical, because again, at model 4, you have identified that your data is not correct. You can simply go back to model 1. That's step 1. That is business understanding. Then business understanding you have gone through, then you skip that part. You'll go to again the next one, which is data preparation. Yeah, data understanding. In the data understanding part, then you have to select the right data. Again, you have to prepare the data in the third step. Again, go to modeling fourth step, then fifth step, sixth step. So at any point of level, at any point of the step, you think that it's not correctly going, the something is wrong here, you can again go to the first cycle, again you can do the repeated task. That's why it is good enough and the structured approach. That's why we use the CRISP DM for doing this kind of data analytics when we have a business problem. When we don't have a data set, but we have some logical way of thinking and implementing, then we use this kind of CRISP DM. Otherwise, if we have a data set, of course, we use different tools, right? Excel, SQL, Python, Power BI, all these different tools we use. But when we don't have a data set properly, when we have to just solve the business problem with the help of a logical thinking, then we have to use this CRISP kind of methodologies. Okay. Aditya, you're saying something.
No, ma'am.
It's clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, that's all, guys, in today's session. So as we said, that today will be just a brainstorming session, and I have explained you everything that is there inside this whole course. Whoever has seen it, whoever has not seen it or covered it, please attempt all the module test and all the quiz and the last project. Once you complete the project and you submit it on the portal, then onwards your next particular course will be unlocked. Okay, that is your Excel will be unlocked. So it's given 11 days of your journey, but if you finish it in 5 days also, then also if you submit the project, then your second course will be unlocked. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you have to rush it. Please make it very much whatever you're learning, learn it thoroughly. Okay, if you're not understanding in one go, just understand in 2-3 more times. You can watch the video and understand. Okay, yeah, that's all. Yeah, yes,
Yep.
please.
Ma'am, we have to write notes or there's a PDF for us for study material, ma'am.
Sorry, Abhay, what is saying?
Well, I'm just saying we have to make notes or ma'am. There's a PDF we have for study, ma'am.
No. So here you have to make notes on your own. So we have provided you the recorded videos. So seeing the recorded videos, you can make a notes of your own, because we have given you a quiz, module test, all these things after each and every module. So that will be more than enough for you to understand and complete the course successfully. So that is why we have not given you any study material. Yes, because other than a study material, everything is in abundance to you. So just use that. Okay, that is it.
Okay.
So PPTs that we have used in the recorded videos, those you can keep a track of. You can see that particular PPTs in the video, though PPTs is not provided to you. That is just a part of your recorded only session. We try to take it. Okay, but looking at this PPTs, you can just note it down. What are the different pointers we have made you study in the particular video? Okay, yeah. Okay, guys. So that's all for today. Yeah, today is the first session. So
I have one doubt.
Yeah, Aditya, go ahead.
I mean that GB Morgan project, I will write the process of how to solve that problem. I mean, if the problem will come in future, so how to handle that type of data. So I write the process according to the CRISP DM.
Correct. Just now that I have mentioned, so taking the online business store, right? This problem. So I have tried to explain this in all the 6 steps of CRISP DM. So just try to explain this in that way in your final project also. So here we are not expecting you to write a whole paragraph of each and every steps. Just write what you want.
Step by step. I
Step
will
wise,
explain
yeah.
step by step. Yeah.
Correct.
Then
That's how.
can I store video link in that PDF in the end?
Yes, so the video link and also the documentation will be writing all the answer, right? Those two has to be zipped under a particular folder. That folder you need to attach it.
Can I paste that link in the end of PDF?
Yes, you can do that also. Correct.
Only link will be available.
Yeah, when the evaluator will see the link, and if the link is clicked, then if it takes it to your video, then it's okay. You can just put the link also. Okay. That's not a big issue. Yeah.
And then convert it PDF to zip file.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Pankaj, you have something to ask?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually,
Yeah, yeah.
I want to ask some I'm pursuing I'm at model 2 right now, and I didn't attend it at model 3. Somehow I get doubt who I want to contact the intershell of some of the inspector. How should I get to contact?
Sorry, Pankaj, can you repeat the question? I couldn't. You
Wait,
have come to module 3, yes?
like somehow I got one problem in
Hmm.
model 2 or model 3, and I
Hmm.
got the doubt. How should I clear with that? Like,
Uh, Doubt regarding your LMS portal.
yes,
Okay, so you have to, I think in your orientation session, two numbers have been shared by Anjali to all of you.
okay.
So you can call on those two numbers on the working hours, that is from 9 to 6. Or else you can just mail it to the mail ID that has been sent to you all. So that mail ID is for all the delivery people. So all the non-technical problem that you all are facing, like regarding your LMS portal or something, that will be solved by them.
Okay,
Yes.
yesterday they said that they will share the Discord link in mail, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get any link.
Okay, might be okay. That thing I'm not aware of. Might be tomorrow at earliest. You just wait for tomorrow, because you know there are many batches going on. That's the only reason why. Might be it might take a day more to do this, but you can simply if the mail is taking much time to do that, you can simply just as of now just call to that particular number which has been given to you, and the query will be resolved. Whatever problem you're having. Okay. And if somebody has a Discord community here, you can provide a link to your batchmates so they can join immediately in the Discord channel. Okay. Salman and Ashi, right? You all have raised hands. Do you all have something to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I have actually, I have didn't receive any modules. To receive the to unlock the dashboard, I have to finish all the process.
Yeah. I believe the first part is filling up all your details on the LMS portal. That's right, guys?
Yes.
Whoever has
Yeah, I have not
started.
received any. I have not seen any modules. I have not go through it, any module.
So the first step is always to fill the details that you'll be getting at the very first time when you log into your portal, right? So
Oh
first
yes.
fill the details. Other than that, if you're not finishing it, you'll not be unlocked with any of the modules. You have to
Okay.
first finish. Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am.
Yeah. Ashi, anything?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, our live session with you will be on next live session with you will be on 9th of September, right? So I will not
Mhm.
be able to attend because I have to go somewhere. So I have to mail you, or
No, you don't have to mail. You can simply tell Anjali by calling, or yes, you can write them and mail that at this day you're not available for the live session. Okay, the live sessions, everything is recorded. You'll be getting the recording in your LMS portal. So you can see that particular live session
okay, ma'am. Thank
on
you.
your LMS portal. Yes. So once the live session is over, so the very next day it will be uploaded in your portal. Okay, for all of
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
you. Yeah. Okay, so guys, that's all for today, guys. Thank you, and see you in the next session from where we'll be starting entirely on solving our case studies. Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank
Thank
you, ma'am.
you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Good night, all of you. Take care. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes, Manoj.
should Discord community, should I join it with WhatsApp? How
Uh,
can I join it?
you can just click on the link of the Discord. The link, if somebody has shared you here, you can immediately join it. But if still you're not getting it, you can just call Anjali tomorrow. She'll share the link again. Because at one point of time, the Discord link stops working. If you if not joined in some particular amount of hours. So if it's not working right now for you, then you can again ask Anjali to send you a fresh link. Yes.
Ma'am, it is working, but asking display name.
Display name. You can just write your name there. So
Okay.
your name will be visible in that particular Discord channel
Okay,
as your
ma'am.
name. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.